and welcome to my channel. I'm back. I'm going to be reading some poetry that I've wrote. If you haven't seen my other videos, go check them out. I had a couple of fun videos, but now it's time to get down to serious business again. My last video was a Chicago vlog, and Chicago was amazing, so go check it out. And I also did a fun cooking video with my roommate. I'm gonna do some more personal stories, bringing up some traumatic events or the past. It's good to take a breather and do a fun video. So now this is one of my serious videos. I wanted to do this one for a while, but I wanted to make sure I was ready because they're kind of heavy. I was going to talk about when I ran away from the hospital, but I just wasn't quite ready for that one. It was just too soon. You know, I just got to go with what my heart says to talk about next, and my heart said that was ready to share these poems. And I wrote these in 2016, most of them in 2016, and I was in treatment when I wrote these. And they're just, I think they tell a lot about my story. This first one I'm going to read is called Fear. And I'll get right to it. I don't have a lot of setup. I just know that I was in treatment and I just got this sudden urge to write. By writing, it was just really healing for me. I didn't know how to really process a lot of my emotions, and I had a lot of time because I was in the hospital. It forced me to reflect, and it really was therapeutic to write about heavy topics, and most of my titles are one word: fear, grief, full. He's talking outside. Be quiet, I'm shooting a video. I'll wait. It's done. I think he's done talking. Oh my gosh. Okay, anyways, where was I? I finally get peace and quiet. Reed is sleeping, so I'm like, this is the perfect time to film a video. And now we've got the neighbors screaming outside. Okay, so we'll get right into it. This first one, let's see, I'm gonna put on my glasses just to make sure. These are like not good for ring lights. Woo! There, I think that's good. Okay. I'll just go. I'll just do it. Okay. Fear is my feeling. It haunts me every day. I change the word to fat just so I can numb it completely away. Everything is changing. Nothing is the same. I walk around comparing just to slip deeper and deeper in shame. I don't feel safe when I'm alone. I know what my thoughts can do. I'm scared that next time I get stuck in my head, I'll be laying in my deathbed. My world is changing too fast. My home, marriage, body, there is so much distress. I believe I can breathe a little more if I just weigh less. I'm scared of the yelling, constantly trying to hide. I want people to listen. I want this pain to subside. I feel neglect, abandonment, but I'm not worth people's time. Comparing, looking at others, finding ways to hate myself more seems less scary than to really look deeply in my mind. Fat is my word to mask my internal tears, because being forgotten and unloved is my real fears. So that one's called Fear, and it was really eye-opening to really look at the word fear and what I was afraid of, why I was using the eating disorder, what I was masking up at that time. And as it says in the beginning, I'm really afraid of being forgotten and unloved. That's my real fear, is like I mask it about saying I fear of getting fat. I fear of gaining weight. That's not the real issue. The real issue is just being forgotten. And I have this fear of when you die, people are going to forget you, which is why I always stress to keep their story alive. Keep saying their name, keep talking about the memories. That was really eye-opening, just to kind of admit that I was afraid to be forgotten. And then I talk about how I'm afraid of my thoughts. I'm afraid to be alone in my thoughts, which is why I constantly wanted to numb out or distract myself from the real issues, is because I was just afraid of them. And once I realized that I am stronger than my thoughts, I'm in control, I conquered those fears. I have conquered many, many fears in my life, and I feel like I'm not afraid of anything. And I feel like, I mean, that I know that sounds conceited, but honestly, I've been through some of the scariest things for me, and so I've felt that things can't get much worse for me, and so I have a lot more confidence in situations. I look at it as, okay, here's an obstacle, I can overcome that. How am I going to overcome this? Yeah, so that's my poem, Fear. I think I'll just move on to the next one. Again, another one-word title. This was in July of 2016 I wrote this. And this one's called Full. And in treatment, you deal with that feeling full a lot. You're teaching your body how to eat again. And so the littlest amounts of food are going to be uncomfortable until your body starts to get used to food again. I felt like this poem was really just me getting out that uncomfortable, like I was just like sick of being full, so the best way to do that was just to write a poem about full. Okay, full is how I feel. Let me put the glasses on. Full is how I feel. Why do I hate this so much? I miss being empty inside because my thoughts fill me up. I feel guilty when I see my empty plate. I have shame for allowing my body to be at a healthy state. When will this fullness go away? I can't seem to get a break. I am disgusted with my body. God, did you make a mistake? I know my body needs nutrients. I know it needs fuel, but somehow I believe I need to be cruel. Full equals failure that turns into regret. Then fear and shame fill me up. I want to push reset. I can't keep running. I want more in this life. I have to push through all this discomfort, change, and strife. What if full is okay, though it causes me pain? What if someday I can tolerate and deal with my shame? I am grieving being empty. I am overwhelmed with change. Full will be temporary. My body will adjust. Until then, I will have to learn to trust. Whoa. Okay, so that one kind of hit me. I haven't read these for many years, guys, and so reading them again, I wasn't really sure how I was going to react, and I guess this is how I'm going to react. That one was hard for me because it's so, I think even now, like, it's just hard to be okay feeling full. And I was saying that I have so many thoughts, I have so many worries and stresses that fill me up. It feels like I'm physically full, you know, with those thoughts. Eating and physically feeling the food fill you up is just a whole nother level. Yeah, that was hard, just reading that I need to be cruel to myself and just disgusted with my body. And it kind of like, I think I'm getting emotional because I can see how far I've come. Even though some of these thoughts are still true to this day, I still feel guilty when I eat or if I feel full, but also just the last photo shoot I did, if you guys haven't seen my Instagram, there are some new photos there that my boyfriend took in Chicago. They're very revealing, and I didn't starve myself before the shoot. It took a lot of body confidence just to make that small step of accepting my body, being proud of my recovery body. And when I say recovery body, not malnourished. I won't say pounds, but I was lighter. I weighed less back then, so just getting used to this new body that allows me to live my life, it just shows me how far I've come. So yeah, that one was hard. Okay. I don't know how many I'm gonna get through today. Guys, I might have to do a part 2. There's a couple more. I want to turn some of these into songs. I've turned a couple of my poems into songs, but I've wanted to turn some of these poems that I'm reading to you today into songs that I can play on my ukulele. I think I'm okay. Let's go on to the next one. You guys ready? How are you guys doing? You enjoying this? Yeah? Okay, well, comment down below what you think, or if you like a certain poem, what you liked about it. Give me your feedback. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, so this one is called Body Image. Oh, this one's gonna be hard too. What am I doing? I'm proud of these. That's why I want to share them, okay? So I'm ready. I can do this. Oh, wow. I just looked at the date, and this was actually 25 days before Josh committed suicide. Okay. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. Alright, so this one's called Body Image. I look into the mirror and I stand in disgust. I pinch, measure, touch, and check. I feel so uncomfortable. My mind is a wreck. Every sweater and shirt does not feel right. All my pants and skirts are just way too tight. I cry and I hide, feel like I'm crawling out of my skin. I've come to believe this is a battle I just can't win. Just think if I could focus my attention on other things that matter. I'm drowning and suffocating with this internal chatter. Don't look, stare, compare. I wish I could just not care. The things that I miss, conversations, laughter, connection, moments of bliss. My world is so dark. These mirrors show me a lie. Why can I see someone who does not deserve to die? Every day, my bones sink deeper away. I feel out of control. I am not okay. I lie and I hide. Then comes thoughts of suicide. I don't believe my vision is incorrect. How can people tell me that what I see is a defect? I want to rip out of this fat suit I wear. Lord, shield my eyes so I don't compare. Free me from this nightmare I live every day. Why is my body constantly on display? It's not because I'm vain. I'm not stuck up. Self-hatred is how this society was brought up. Oof. So that one was a little bit graphic. I apologize. I'll put a trigger warning. It's interesting that I say the things that I miss: conversations, laughter, connections, moments of bliss. And that's something that I constantly think about, that I'm grateful for, that I can now experience those things: conversations and connection, laughing, spending time with friends and family, and actually being present in the moment. It had to take a drastic life event. It had to take my husband killing himself for me to realize how precious life is and how short life is. So when you realize how precious those moments are, you start to value them. You start to look at each moment differently and treasure those small things. Fresh air. I'm able to go outside. I was cooped up for months in these hospitals, not able to go outside. So I remember the first time being discharged and smelling the air and being free. Like I could go anywhere I wanted, and that's something we take advantage of. Walking outside, not having a nurse or a doctor make you stay in your room. I got to choose where I wanted to go. That's something that I think of every day that I'm grateful for. So this is bringing up a lot of emotions. I'm okay though. I'm okay. I might have to do a part 2. I'm trying to think if I have something a little lighter to maybe end with. I don't know. I have one, and then I actually have another. I have another diary that I've started writing my life story in, and I have some poems. So I'm gonna have to do a part 2. You know what? I'm gonna read. Oh gosh, this one's heavy too. Oh, hold on. I can do this. I can do this. These are so intense. Okay, I think I'm ready to read this one. It's called Grief. Alright, we'll see if I can get through this. Okay, so this next poem is called Grief, and I wrote this after my friend who died from an eating disorder. She took her life but also was very, very heavily struggling with an eating disorder. And she was my first good friend that I lost from suicide. And unfortunately, that was the start of many other people that I knew who died from suicide. But this one was my first real close friend. And so I wrote this to kind of process my grief feelings. Okay, so it's called Grief. I sit here and cry. Why did you have to die? I don't know how to handle this pain. I feel like I'm going insane. Why didn't I say something to make you change your mind? You were so beautiful, smart, and kind. I can't help to think it should have been me. God, why didn't you take me and leave her be? At least now she can finally be free. How do I grieve? What should I do? These feelings are all so very new. I can't accept that I lost a good friend. Will these tears ever end? This disease robbed you of your life. It took you away. Now deep in the ground and dirt you lay. Why couldn't your story have a different circumstance? Now there will be no second chance. You think this will push me to want to live more, but all I want to do is stay in bed and shut my door. I don't have an appetite. I don't laugh anymore. I don't care to see what my life has in store. People around me say that she would want me to stay, to take care of me, to stay in recovery. This sadness is so heavy. The darkness covers my soul. I feel like my life is completely out of control. I have to tell myself to stay one more day. I'm trying to convince myself that things will be okay. I will delay. I won't give up this fight. I can't let your death make me want to lose sight. That doesn't mean the pain won't go away. I have to learn to cope in a less destructive way. Fear, sadness, anger, and change cause me to shut down, lessens my visual range. I miss you so much. I know I can never have you back, but that does not mean I have to have my whole world crack. Your memories will live on. You are such a great loss. I feel so much guilt for being a little cross. Why didn't you reach out? Left us one more sign. I'm angry, hurt, confused. These feelings won't leave my mind. You're way too young. Rest in peace, my dear friend. Your pain and suffering is all done. But I still have a chance to fight or give up this battle and run. Little did I know that I was able to experience way more pain after this pain, because the loss of my husband was such a deeper pain, and though I was close to this friend, I thought this grief was too much to handle. Having to deal with your husband taking his life was such a deeper loss, and I continually surprised myself of how much I could handle. It's amazing how much the human body can handle. So that's why I'm stressing, like, don't ever give up. For those of you who are suffering with depression or anxiety or just feel hopeless, you can handle it. You physically can handle it. I promise you can handle it, whatever you're going through. And I'm not minimizing anybody's struggles, but I'm saying that you can handle it. And I learned that the hard way. But the important thing is that I learned it, and that I look at life as a gift. I am so much stronger for what I dealt with, and so I can be grateful for that. It sounds silly to say, like, I'm grateful for the pain, but it taught me how much more beautiful life can be. I think I'm gonna stop there because this is really a lot. I didn't know. I mean, this was years ago. It's just bringing up a lot. So I'm gonna do self-care after this. Maybe let out a good cry. But I'll do a part 2 because I have more poetry to share, and I know I have something a little bit lighter, a little bit happier. I think I have a poem that says happy, so that's gotta be better, right? So I'll do a part 2, okay? I really appreciate you guys listening. These are, I mean, I'm bearing my heart here. I think this poetry tells a lot about my story, a lot about my journey. They're heavy, but I'm proud of these poems. As much as they are hard to read, they help me process through these feelings, and it helps me get through that period by expressing. Writing and music is something that I'm so grateful that I'm able to do, and I'm so grateful for art and theater because it helps me express myself. It just brings so much life. It just fills me up. When I write these poems, I don't know, it just comes out, and then the words that I'm trying to like express, I find them in writing poetry. Anyways, okay. I'll end the video there. I'll do a part 2 of my poetry, and I hope you guys like this video. Share this video to who you think that would benefit, and don't forget to subscribe. I make videos every week, so stay tuned, and remember to trade your expectations for appreciations. I'll see you very soon.